Hello, Diner. What up? Wholesome Higurashi. Doesn't have nice music. Very nice music playing right now. How was your day?
Oh, そうなんだ。
Oh, so I guess we're in the middle of a conversation. Oh, really? Oh, really? Let's see what she's saying. Oh, really?
ケイ
To.
ちゃんの親、帰ってきたんだね。
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, we knew his parents were gonna come home. Wait, I thought they were coming in the night, though.
栄養剤臭がプンプンして目は充血してて
They smelled like energy drinks? Is that a smell? Energy drinks have a smell to them? Like a distinct smell? I don't feel like that's the case. No? I don't know.
どうも丸二晩徹夜で相当の修羅場だったらしい大人は大変だ
Did you and Surplus read more Umineko today? Diana?
ケイチ君のお父さんって画家さんだったかな。画家さんも大変なんだね。そういえばそうでしたわね。
They really do have it rough. Well, even here, I'm surprised. Usually, like, artists having it rough, I feel like is more of a modern thing. But maybe even back then, they were like, artists have it rough. So, I'm not sure. But it seems like they were acknowledging it here.
一度どんな絵を描くか拝見したいものですわ。
I also would like to see what kinds of things he draws. An artist, huh? I've seen a number of watercolor and acrylic paintings on display, but he had to have been doing some other job too. Because what did Dad do exactly? He didn't let anyone to his workshop after all. I wanted to sneak a peek one day.
結局、家を開けたのは二晩？
I wonder. Like, I definitely think his parents having something to do has always been a part of it, but I wonder if, like, his dad is hiding something entirely about. Maybe he's not, like, necessarily an artist only. I don't know. Because, like, maybe his dad's, like, in the FBI or something, or, like, whatever the Japan version of that is. And he's come to explore here. They're, like, come to find
短い
out
攻略
stuff.
期間だったね。
で、ケイちゃんは異中のキャラを攻略できたのかな？
The character who was in my
両
heart.
親不在はギャルゲー主人公の基本だしね。
What is he talking? Okay, what is she talking about?
好感度をいっぱい稼いでちゃんとフラグが立ちましたですよ。
I have no idea what any of you are talking about. Hi,
じ
Z.
ゃあこれでケイチ君ももう自炊しなくてもよく
So,
なっちゃったんだね。
about what you were asking me before about the weapon, if you're still willing to make it, what I was kind of thinking is a gun that, like, is, if you know, like, the goo gunner, or the glue gunner in Bloons Tower Defense, it's something like that, but it uses the slime, how do you say, like gel as ammo. I knew you would say gun. I felt like it makes the most sense, no? Because, like, I tried to, like, you know, if you're including stuff that's related to me, I feel like I should do a slime thing, and they already have a slime staff in the game. And I don't think I really am interested in, like, a melee weapon or range. I guess it could be a bow as well. So I guess a bow or a gun could work, but I feel like a gun is more fitting. How are you doing though, Z?
ゆうべは何を作ったのかな
In the end, I didn't make a single thing myself.
ゆうべはその野菜炒めを
おお、ケイちゃんも少しは料理らしいものを作れるようになったじゃない。
I mean, stir fry is pretty easy. It's like you just put the vegetables and you put the soy sauce and you just kind of like, I mean, unless they're doing a different thing, but I don't know.
野菜炒めを作ったんだね。美味しくできたかな
Or the soy sauce
レ
and
ナ
yeah.
さん、暑苦しいですわよ。なんで私にベタベタくっつきますの？美味しいご飯に仲良くお皿を洗いっこなのです。いいのいいの。
How does Rika know what happened?
暑苦しいと言ってますのよ。
何の話？
Yeah, everybody but Mion is like knows what's happening. Mion, utterly confused, asked me for clarification, but I just barely, albeit transparently, averted my eyes.
そうそう。
Well, Satsuko and Rika, no, I mean, definitely. Like, I mean, Rika and Satsuko obviously know everything that's going on, right? Initially. Rena figured it out pretty easily. Mion is just the only one left in the dark. I do find it funny. The other streamer I did told me to make a spear that shoots a projectile. Projectile hits an enemy, creates a portal that sucks nearby enemies in, dealing dot. That sounds pretty strong. The fact that it sucks in nearby enemies means that, like, the enemies don't have a chance of, like, jumping onto you or anything. That seems strong to me.
みんなさ、今日の午後に予定はあるかい？ないよね。あるわけないよね。
Dot equals... No, I understand dot equals damage over time, so... that feels like end game, no? Or is that not... Would you say that's not the case? Today was Saturday, the beautiful day on which we liberated from the confines of school in the afternoon. Actually, the school in Hinamizawa had different Saturdays than those in the city. It's a post-Moonlord weapon, yeah, okay, makes a lot of sense. That seems ridiculously strong. You could say that the entire school turned into a children's playground. I wanted my weapon to be somewhat, like, not necessarily weak, but, like, you can get at any time. Because one thing I felt, I mean, you know, as a professional Terraria player like yourself, you probably have more use of it, but I felt like gel didn't get much use when I played Terraria. Other than torches. So I feel like having something that uses gel could be good. Gelly sneeze! Because the entire school turned into a children's playground. The greatest name for an ability ever. And anything, to be honest. I don't even know what a Gelly even is. There are mountains behind the school, and if you went down that way, you'd find the mountain streams. I always pronounced it Jelly Sneeze. I think, like, fair. Like, and I feel like that would make sense, but I feel like they would put a J in it if it was meant to be jelly. Like, that's how most people would read it. So the fact that they put a G, at least to me, means that, like, they want to pronounce it Gelly, but yeah, I don't know. Does Gelly have a meaning? Let's just see. Gelly. Oh no, okay, this one, it is pronounced jelly. Make your weapon upgrade itself after certain... That seems cool, that seems cool. Let me know what upgrades you put, I'm really interested to see how that comes out. Gelly means... What is the meaning of Gelly? It's a type, jelly, a type of dynamite in which the nitroglycerin is absorbed in a base of wood pulp and sodium or potassium nitrate. There we go, this is it. Synonym is gelignite? Gelignite? I don't know. Oh, here, you can see how to... Okay. Yeah. Gelignite. Yeah. Okay. So this is pronounced jelly. It's just an explosion sneeze, yes. The more you know. Wow, learning! Learning. You can avoid the strong sunlight and make conversation in the classroom if you wanted to. You can also play hide and seek in the construction pipes. What upgrades are you thinking of, Z? Also, did you do anything else in your mod like not related to, any of the weapons? Did you work on anything else? Of course, you were free to go home as well. There were some kids who went home and helped water the fields or tended to stores. If Miono's bringing up the afternoon like this, then it must have been for some crazy big club event. Excuse me. However, sadly I had something I needed to do before taking part in whatever it was.
お仕事ですか？ついてないのです。
Work?
何の仕事でございましょうね。お父さんの画家の仕事のお手伝いとか。お父さんの絵のモデル
Oh,
になる
being
とか？
a model, okay.
モデル？ルード？
Rena, you need to calm down there. I looked into Rena's eyes and saw myself completely naked in a questionable pose with a single rose in my mouth.
ないない。それだけは100万積まれても絶対にない。
To get rid of Rena's delusions, I grabbed her head and swung it from side to side.
とまあ愉快な妄想は置いといてだ。とにかく俺にはちょっとお昼に仕事がある。それが終わってからの合流でいいなら OK だぞ。
お昼に仕事？
During lunch?
そりゃなんだかかっこよさげじゃない。何？
Does it sound cool? Is it cool to work during
ひ
lunch?
ょっとして各界の VIP との会食？ビジネスランチとか？
No, Mio, that sounds like something you would have.
実に悲しいことだが正解だ。
What? Everyone shouts wildly surprised. Okay. Whoa! Keiichi teleported! It was true. Today I'd be on the job with my family. For my dad's job, he was having about 10 people from the publishing agency over for a house party. Your weapon idea, pre-phase 1 acts like a flamethrower, phase 2 is now a gun, shoots a projectile, has a chance to make enemies stuck. Phase 3 is still a gun, but fires slime minions that attach itself to boss and make that. That sounds fun! I like that. I like that idea. I'm very interested to see how it comes out. You call people from work for a party the day after having stayed up 2 nights in a row. I'm amazed at their vitality. Adults have it pretty rough. Of course, it would be incredibly uncomfortable for me. It would be really tiring to have to force myself to smile at some old dudes I didn't know. But they were my dad's important business connections, so offending them would be bad. Well, with all that said, it was going to get very uncomfortable for me today, starting at lunch.
これは利発そうなお子さんで具足の圭一です。
Why did the club act shocked?
出版社の本田さんだ。
I mean, it's just like, because Miyano's making a joke. Oh, it's like, oh, he's having a lunch with VIP experts, like a business lunch, and then it's just like, you know, they actually said they're like, huh? Keiichi's like important?
そしてこちらは印刷会社の井上さん。ご挨拶しなさい。
どうも、息子の圭一です。父がいつもお世話になっております。
圭一くんもお父さんのように絵は描かれるのですか？
Phase 1, the sprite has no animation. Phase 2 has 3 frames of animation. 16 frames. Wow, that's a lot. Okay. Do they have stuff like that in Terraria as well? Like, as you upgrade weapons, like, you know, because you can upgrade the weapons, right? Do they have more frames of animation? My dad has such a brazen occupation, that of an artist. Although I don't really know what kinds of things he creates, I don't really care, and I don't want to see it anyway. Dad's so tight-fisted about it, so he doesn't show them to me very often anyway. I'm not a kid anymore, so I wouldn't care if they were all pictures of naked ladies or
圭
anything.
一くんもお父さんに指示してしっかり勉強すればきっとお父さんのような素晴らしい
Well,
作
the
家に
fact
な
that
れ
he
ますから
hides
ね。
his art, like, I don't know.
ここだけの話ですけど、親父ってそんなにすごい画家なんですか？
What would Keiichi paint? I don't know. I readied myself and whispered my question. It might have seemed odd for a son to be asking this, but when I did, he gave me this really strange grin and tightly clamped down onto my shoulders. Why did it pause like that?
ええ
How are you locking in, Z? Keiichi would probably paint his friends. That's probably would be.
それはもう本当に素晴らしい作家さんなんですよ。
そうですか。それは良かったです。
購入制限はないし、
There are no
ファン
purchase.
サービスはするし、ファンレターには必ずお返事をくれ
Oh,
る
is
し、
he a manga artist?
世間のニーズもちゃんと汲み取っていて研究熱心。靴下は脱がしたら絶対に NG。
What?
それはメガネや制服だって同じなんですよ。そこを前原先生はよく理解している。イベントは参加ごとに必ず
That's why he
壁で
doesn't
大
want
行
to
列
show
だ
it
し
to Keiichi. That makes so much sense.
すみません。絵ってのは壁に飾るものじゃないんですか？
そんなことはない。初めは誰もが島中から始めるんです。
In the beginning, everyone starts in the islands. And then to their
大通りの
corners.
島角と階段を登って、そして至る頂点が壁なんです。あなた
What?
もぜひ前原先生と合体で出展できるような大作家になってくださいね。
What is this guy talking
応
about?
援していますよ。
It's fine to have a lot of passion for the things you like, but I didn't get it. But it seemed like the world of art ran pretty deep. It was probably a much deeper world than I could have imagined. I decided to leave it at that. I totally forgot this scene happened. Well, I'm interested to see what this scene is. Then I realized my mom was calling from the other side of the room.
ケイチ、電話よ。お友達から。
A lucky break. Maybe I could get out of this uncomfortable business party by using a friend's phone call as an excuse. I scampered over to the front door and snatched up the receiver my mom had left there.
もしもし、俺。
もしもし俺なんて挨拶はございませんですわよ、ケイチさん。
Why does Satoko's voice sound entirely different?
もう少し言葉遣いをお勉強なさいませ。
I was of the opinion that the person speaking to me had a far stranger way of
なん
talking.
だ、サトコじゃねえか。お前が俺のところに電話してくるなんて珍しいな。
This is Satoko. Oh, okay.
大きなことを言ってる場合ではありませんのよ。それよりもケイチさん、あなたいつになったらこっちに来れますの？
悪い。こっちもなんだか長引いちゃってさ、なかなか解放してもらえないんだよ。俺も早く部活に加わりたいんだけどさ。
違いますですわよ、ケイチさん。今日は部活ではありませんわ。
Oh?
実践ですのよ。
Satsuko's voice was different from normal. I could feel the urgency in it drifting through the phone.
実践？なんだか穏やかな話じゃないな。どういう状況なんだ？
詳しくは会ってからの説明にいたしますわ。
What? Why is there a battle now?
とにかく絶対的な危機なんですの。このままでは負けてしまうでございますわ。
What on earth was going on? Could it have been a fight? I didn't know who they were, but laying a hand on someone from Hinamizawa was an absolutely terrible idea.
わかった。すぐに火星に行くぜ。場所はどこだ？
沖宮小学校のグラウンドですわ。駅まで来れば看板があるからわかりますですわよ。
Okinomiya Elementary School campus. They're all the way over there? It's gonna take him like an hour to reach there.
大急ぎですの。
The school campus. The situation could have a lot of people involved. Could it have turned into an all-out brawl? He's gonna beat up elementary school kids? I hope not, but we'll see. And if any case, Keiichi's probably the weakest person. Who's the enemy here anyway? Oh, I'm on fire.
わかった。すぐ行く。武器も持って行った方がいいか。金属バットでも持っていくか。
金属バットをお持ちですの？それは心強いですわ
What
よ。
a
お待ち申し上げておりますですわ。
Okay, no, it's definitely like some baseball match or something. I needed to hurry.
お、ケイイチ、探したんだぞ。こちらの出口さんがな、ぜひ次のコピーして。
Yeah, okay, it's a doujinshi. Yeah.
そんなことよりバットないかな。金属バットなければ長物なら何でもいいや。
長ければ何でもいいなら、父さんのゴルフクラブが物置にあるぞ。
It didn't have the same kind of impact, but a golf club was a splendid weapon too. It was lighter than a baseball bat, maybe even easier for me to use.
サンキュー。それ借りるよ。俺ちょっと友達のところに行かなきゃならない用事ができちゃったんだ。ごめん。
ケイイチ、待ちなさい。
I grabbed a golf club, jumped on my bike, and headed straight for town. Wait for me, Satoko. I'll be right there. Just hold out until then. Let's see if he actually does go beat up elementary school students. I didn't actually know where Okinomiya Elementary School was exactly, but Satoko's phone call seemed to demand urgency, so I rushed out without asking her how to get there. But if I went to the station, there'd be signs. At least I felt like that's what she said. Then I heard the jingling of a bicycle bell from behind me. Oh, there she is.
こんにちはなのですよ。
おう、リカちゃんか。
ケイイチ、早かったです。いっぱいいっぱい急いだですね。
Damn! This isn't time to be out of breath. I need to hurry!
すまん。沖宮小学校ってのはどこだ？
ご案内しますです。ついてくるですよ。
Rika-chan rode off on her bike. I followed her.
急に里子に呼び出されたんだが、一体どういうことになってるんだ？
は 初めはこちらが優勢だったのです。ところが途中から向こうが
It's
助
definitely
っ人を
some
入れてきた
baseball
の
match
です。
that's
ズ
happening.
ルなのです。
A helper? What cowards calling for reinforcements the minute they realize that you lose?
バッタバッタと打ち取られまし
Okay,
た
I don't know
の
what
です。
that is then. Taking out everyone one. Yeah, okay, throwing them out, I
ただ立
guess?
たないのですよ。
Gulp. Sounds like they were pretty
とに
strong.
かく詳しい話は後だ。時間がないんだろ。急いでくれ。
お任せなのです。
With Rika-chan leading the way, we headed straight for the elementary school grounds. I asked Rika-chan something during that time, noticing that all the club members besides me were part of this fight. Damn, so what Mio was trying to tell everyone was that this would happen? If I'd known that, I would have just ditched my family job, but it was too late for regrets. According to Rika-chan, we had one-sided advantage at the start, but our angry foes had brought in a powerful ally. The club members put up a resistance and went against them one by one, but apparently they couldn't stand up to them.
部活メンバー総がかりで勝てない？
Oh yeah, by the way, Diana, is Surplus sleeping again? Like, did he head to bed?
一体そりゃどんな化け物なんだ。
Oh! Diana, is this the scene?
すごいのです。敵は正統派なのですよ。
Orthodox. So they weren't using thuggish brawling tactics, but had actually studied karate or something. Is that what she meant?
もう圭一だけが頼みの綱なのですよ。
Okinomiya Elementary came into view. He said he's up, but he's not in the mood. Okay, fair. You'll see, okay. I could hear many voices raising hell over there.
あーミヨン、レナ、サトコ、今行くからな。俺がまとめてぶっ潰してやるぜ。
There were a lot of bicycles left out in front of the school. I left mine there next to them in the same way. I could tell there were a lot of people flooding the campus. Were there two armies in the midst of a huge, no-holds-barred brawl? I took my golf club in hand. Whoosh, I swung it, and felt the sensation of it sticking firmly to my palm. Great! The feedback wasn't bad. I'm gonna go all out with this thing. I dashed at breakneck speed to the school gate, swinging it around.
ついてこいリカちゃん。男前原圭一のバンプ不当な大活躍を見せてやるぜ。
わあ、圭一がとても頼もしいのです。ゴルフクラブで大暴れなのです。
Rika-chan applauded me, though a little dryly, lauding my valiance. The manly Keiichi Maibara put it behind him and headed for the place where he may die.
でも圭一、どうして今日はゴルフクラブなのですか？
仕方ないだろ。俺も最初はバットの方がいいと思ったんだが、うちってバットなくて
Golf,
さ。
yes, golf.
素手よりははるかにマシだと思って、せめてゴルフクラブを持ってきたんだ。
偉いのですよ。
Oh my gosh. Okay, I love how Rika, it's like, she's obviously mocking him, but she does it in a way that's like, oh yeah, you're so great, you're so amazing. It's so perfect the way she words things and like her tone of voice.
圭一をなでなでしてあげますです。ゴルフクラブで大暴れが楽しみなのですよ。
Despite the emergency situation, Rika-chan reached up and stroked me on the head.
おい、ふざけてる場合かよ。え？
Just then, an extremely loud metallic sound rang out, and I heard many people cheering.
レフト、あー抜けた。回れ、二塁行けるぞ、二塁。
センター、落ち着いて。三塁へ送って。
The center fielder caught the ball, and after a brief pause, sent it flying to third base. If he had pitched it wildly, it might get there. He gave up on second and threw it to third with no time to spare. The instructions from the bench, they were solid. Wait, what?
圭一くん来てくれたよ。さとこちゃん、圭一くん来てくれたよ。遅すぎですわ。油を売るのはガソリンスタンドだけで十分でございますの
Loafing
よ。
or? Oh, thank you, Satsuko, for that.
その前原君って子は
Who
本
is
当に
this
助っ人になれる
guy?
んですか？
Irie. Okay, it's our first time seeing him.
相手はあの強豪校のエース左腕の亀田君ですよ。甲子園クラスの投手を打ち崩せるなんて一体どんな助っ人なんです？
大丈夫です。圭一くんならきっと逆転させてくれますよ。
Wasn't there the entire thing in chapter 1 how Keiichi had never swung a baseball bat and is like the most unathletic person ever? This guy seems like he's in baseball garb. Like plays baseball on the daily, and he wasn't enough.
本当に頼もしい人なんです。
Murmur. What? He's the pinch hitter we brought to take out left-armed Kameda with his bullet fastball? What glazing happened? The one who had a no-hit, no-run game after another during the regional qualify. Who spread this about us? The super high school level pitcher that has already been marked by professional scouts? He's going to win against him.
あんなヘナチョコピッチャーなんかケイチさんには目じゃないですのよ。
Oh, okay, no, okay. Kameda is the person they're talking about.
あんな球楽勝でバックスクリーンを起こしてくださいますわ。
There was a slugger like that in this prefecture? I had no idea. He must have gone under the radar. Hey, that scout stood up. There's no way the scouts are like coming in as well. His full name is Keiichi Maebara. Look him up in the database and send his history to... There's no way. They just like finesse his like baseball career, just gave him a baseball career like that.
写真写真
A whole lot of sports journalists. What is this match? And search for the rumored Keiichi. As for me, I was so dazed at what was happening that I was frozen in place with my golf club up in the air.
ケイチさんこっちですわよ。え？
The camera people stared at me through their viewfinders, and just like I had, they turned to stone. In the hands of their gallant pitch hitter, Keiichi Maebara was a golf club. Nobody could seem to understand why I was holding something like this, and at this point, neither did I. Cheep, 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 cheep. A cold, grassy sweat dripped from me. The first one to break the inordinately awkward silence was Rena.
ケイチくん。
おう。
一つ聞いてよろしいですの？
Please don't. Psychic waves of my entreaty flowed out of my face along with my sweat. If there's ever time to read a mind, guys, this is the time. Somehow seemed to reach the two of them. The deathly quiet reporters all parted, as Moses once parted the sea. But Moses probably didn't go through the parted seas this quietly.
野球の試合なら初めからそう言え。
私言いませんでした？第一バット持ってグラウンドに来いって言ったら野球以外に何を思いつくわけですの？というか何をどう間違ったらゴルフクラブを持ってくるって発想になるわけでございますの？きっとね暗いムードになったチームを明るくして盛り上げようとして
What is this?
ケイチ君がわざとやってくれたんだと思うな。
You literally cannot... Okay. I was gonna say you cannot blame Keiichi, but you kinda can. He, didn't ask any questions. He instead just decided to, immediately get off, not ask anything, and just assumed it was a fight.
思うな。
Rena smiled bitterly and covered for me with all her might. Please believe her, everyone. I'm begging you.
ケイチはゴルフが大好きなのですよ。なでなで。
Rika-chan started patting my head, a broad grin on her face all the while. I pushed her hand away, grabbed her from behind her suspenders, and picked her up like a kitten.
リカちゃん、なんでさっき駅で会った時野球だって教えてくれなかったんだよ。そうすりゃ赤っ端を書かずに済んだのに。
みぱー。
Okay. Rika-chan's smile was like the sun, so incredibly innocent. Oh my... Okay, this was so funny. And this is actually so funny, this entire sequence of events. She's glowing. When I saw Rika-chan's radiant smile, I couldn't help but feel like I could forgive anything she did. However, if Rika-chan thought I actually would, then she had another thing
と
coming.
いうわけで、これはお仕置きだ。レナ。
Rika-chan still plucked up in my hand. I offered her to Rena. That's right. The kittenified Rika-chan set Rena's voltage into overcharge.
もらったレナがもらったんだよ。かわいいよ。
Hop. Spinny, spinny. Rena stuck out her tongue like a chameleon. What?
リカちゃんかい。リカちゃんかい。はあ。
Okay. Rena held her tight as a vice began to get her... Wait. Rena held her tight as a vice and began to get her fill of rubbing her cheek into Rika-chan's. Their cheeks rubbed together tightly. Rika-chan's face looked like it was being crushed by Rena's.
何があったかは存じませんけど、リカが自業自得のようですわね。
ああ、俺も最近ようやくリカちゃんがただ可愛いだけじゃないと悟ったぞ。
ケイチ君に許可をもらったんだよ。お持ち帰り。
Go away, Rena. Yeah. What is she? Yeah, she's literally never said it before this chapter, and now she's saying it so many times. For the moment, I just gave her a 3-minute timeout.
ところでサトコ、緊急の呼び出しってのは野球ってことなのか？
ええ、そうですわ。ご家族でホームパーティーだったんですって。悪いことをしましたわね。でもこういう時は家族よりも仲間の危機の方が最優先と決まっていますのよ。
I felt like that's what I was supposed to be saying, not you. Well, we're just a business party for my dad, I guess. Honestly, felt glad to be called out
それ
here.
でその危機的状況というのはどんな具合なんだ？6対7。
What did he
って
say?
ことは負けてるのがうちのチームってことか。
Which means our team is losing. Okay.
9回の裏で2アウト？なんだなんだ？この試合もうほとんど終わりかけてるじゃないかよ。
You have a problem with what I did, Dinah?
ケイチさんがもっと早く来ればもう少し余裕がありましたのよ。ここまで引き伸ばすのにどれだけ苦労したとお思いですの？
分かったよ分かったよ、悪かったよ。で俺の仕事はなんだ？ピンチヒッターでもやるのか？ならば任せろ。こう見えても俺引っ越す前は結構バッティングセンターに通ってたんだぞ。
Yeah, but you're so unathletic. You're not going to be able to
親父が
swing
う
the
さばら
bat.
しに行くときよく付き合わされてさ、ミートバッティングだったらそこそこの自信が。
Vroom! A tremendous sound rang out, the likes of which I'd never heard before. The catcher's mitts trembled, sending up a light cloud of dust, telling me the tremendous sound had come from the ball.
ちょっと待ておい、今の凄まじい剛速球は一体なんだ？
驚いた？うん。あれ、本物の甲子園ピッチャーなんだよ。
Koshien level?
スポーツ新聞でも有名な高校野球のエース。左腕の亀田くんって知らない？
悪いけど知らん。
I now understand why you just say that randomly. It's when like you get called out for something and then it's like you don't know what to say, you just say that.
で、ミオン！お前、なんだよその格好は！
Mion showed up and to my surprise she was wrapped up in bandages. Just what on earth happened?
途中から来たケイチ君には最初から説明がいるよね。
Maybe.
お、なんだ？リカちゃんはもういいのか？
可愛いのいっぱい楽しんだよ。ほよほよでやわやわでふにふに。はあ、ほっぺだけでご飯3杯はいける。みー。もうお嫁に行けないのです。
Why? What? Why? Do you feel that violated, Rika? Ah, wonder how Rika-chan's cheeks taste if you could eat them 3 times a day. It almost flipped my own delusion switch, but I put a stop to it using logic. I was an adult.
じゃあ説明を頼む。何をどう間違えたらこんな草野球対決に甲子園ピッチャーのリリーフが登場するんだ。
He's literally not? Wait, not with what? Oh, I'm an adult. Yeah, I was an adult. Yes, he's not an adult. No, but he's a man, Diana. Don't you get it? He's a man. Everyone exchanged glances. Then Rena spoke for all of them.
うん、最初はね、普通の野球対決だったの。
ひなみ沢ファイターズと沖宮タイタンズはささやかながらも因縁の対決
Wait,
です。
so are these guys all on the baseball team or something? Why are they here?
今回もささやかに大盛り上がりしてたわけ。
平たく言えば学校対決ですわね。ひなみ沢と沖宮の学校の因縁試合なんですの。因縁って言ってもまあ和気あいあいとしたものなんだけどね。
でそれになんでうちの部活メンバーが参加してるんだ。ユニフォームを着てるやつもいれば
I guess Satoshi
私服のやつもいる
was
し
a part of it, right? That was the entire thing?
そもそも俺たちって野球部ってわけじゃないだろう。
つまり、割といい加減なの。
今日たまたまチームに欠員が出たって言うんです
So they just called some random
そ
people
れじ
up?
ゃあせっかくだからって言って急遽私たちが乱入することになったってわけよ。
I see. So wait. Why couldn't Mion explain this before we left? Like, I feel she could have done that. Mion shrug, I see. But if there weren't enough members, anyone could come to the rescue, whether a boy or girl, and no matter what grade they were in. That jumbled together feeling was the hallmark of her
リカちゃん
school.
に聞いた話だと最初のうちは押しまくってたらしいじゃないか。
ミーはすごいバッターなのですよ。右へ左へホームランなのです。
Mion proudly stuck out her chest. Doing so seemed to hurt her somehow, and she groaned pathetically.
ええ、ミオンさんが登場するたびに走者一掃の大ホームランが飛び出
Okay,
すん
with
です
Mion
の。
the goat at baseball?
サトコと違ってちゃんとバットにボールが当たるのですよ。リカミー
まあなんとなく話は分かった。あの甲子園ピッチャーが登場するまでは楽勝ムードだったというわけだ。
そういうこと。序盤は完全にうちのチームの流れでね、点にはならないまでもガンガン出塁して攻めまくってたんだけどね。
Okay, fair.
たまたまね、今日の試合にあの亀田くんが見物に来てたの。
Apparently, Kameda-kun attends a fairly well-known school in our prefecture that frequently sent people to Koshien. And this man known as the ace of their baseball team, Kameda, seems to be quite skilled. Now that I thought about it, it was certainly strange to see the cameraman with journalist armbands here to watch a casual baseball game out in the sticks like this. That makes sense. Hello, Berserk.
亀田は小さい頃沖宮タイタンズにいたことがあるのだそうです。
話は見えてきたでしょ。昔のチームが劣勢になって、つまりそれで飛び入りでリリーフ登板することになって、もうバッタバッタよ。出塁はおろか、ファールも打てないありさまなわけ。
でも甲子園ピッチャーの乱入なんて草野球の試合でずるいですわよ。
All the boys wearing Hinamizawa fighters' uniforms were hanging their heads in disappointment. I knew almost all their faces. Isn't everyone here a classmate? Oh, I see. We're the only school in Hinamizawa after all.
富田君に岡村君じゃないか。君たちも野球チームだったのか。
前原さん。
His uniform was brand new and not very dirty, fresh off the presses. I could see his handmade banners with their names written in them in the grandstands. I see, their families came to root for them in their debut game today.
岡村のバットは今日のためにお父さんがプレゼントしてくれたそうなのですよ。
The brand new bat sparkled. With that kind of present, a man just had to perform well.
いっぱい今日のために素振りとかしてきましたのよ。富田さんなんかやりすぎて手の皮がむけちゃって、ほら気の毒に。
Wait, what? Damn! His torn hand looked like it hurt, but from that injury you could sense his backbone. I get it, guys. You wanted to make your big moment a good one. Vroom! The savior of the Okonomiya Titans. We could hear the sounds of Kameda-kun's tremendous fastball practice. This was no joke. He was definitely on a level far above high school kids, but at his level, he clearly shouldn't have been interrupting a grass lot game grudge match, though it may have been. He should have understood how much better he was, too.
あいつ、こいつら相手にも本気で投げやがったのか。
レナはこんなの大人げないと思う。
Rena's eyes grew harsh. It took a lot to get Rena mad. As for Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun, they were sniffling, fighting back tears. We heard another tremendous noise from the mitt. I turned around and this left-armed Kameda guy Kameda-kun guy was looking at us, grinning boldly.
というわけよ。こうなったらやるしかないでしょ。実践体制で。
Wait, sorry, there's some hair on my microphone I'm trying to remove it. Ooh, okay.
ああ、どうやら本気で行くしかないな。
でね、本気で言ってみたの。それでみーちゃんが大事爆して。
Yeah, I mean, the fact that they're that injured is kind of crazy. Mion, embarrassed, scratched her head and then a moment later doubled over in
自
pain.
爆って一体何をどう自爆したらこんなに大怪我できるんだ？
説明するととてつもなく長いですわね。一つ言えるのはここまでして戦果なしということぐらいですわね。
That's fair. I mean, she just couldn't, she
こ
couldn't
こ
get
ま
it.
で体を張ったのに一点も入れられないなんて。
せっかくの秘策も台無しでかわいそなのです。
I couldn't even imagine what sort of secret plan it was, but it must have been crazy enough to get her that badly hurt.
でもまあ失敗したおかげでまだ野球でいられるんだろ。
What does that mean? We're still playing baseball thanks to you failing?
ちょっとみーちゃんの奥の手は野球らしくなかったと思うかな。こうなっては仕方ないでございます。
What are they trying to allude to? That she,
こ
like,
こは正
fouled
々
or
堂
something?
々野球らしく決着をつけるしかないということですわ。
そうそう、野球らしく蹴りをつけないとね。
I think normal people would have given up and gone for a frontal attack. But as a member of our club, I wasn't about to accept that so
野
easily.
球らしくってのが引っかかるぞ。野球らしく見えれば手段は問わないってことだろ。
What does that even mean?
私たちの部の新庄だしね。そういうことですね。
Why am I getting held at gunpoint by multiple people?
手段を選ばないことこそ我が部の美徳でございましたよ。
Rena and Satsuko laughed to each other delightfully. It wasn't really a virtue we could brag about, but the best thing about our club was that we never rolled over and gave up.
でもカメラがずらーりといるからなかなかズルはできないのです。
Rika-chan spread her arms wide, indicating the array of reporters in the bleachers. She was right. With all those cameramen watching us through those cameras with giant telephoto lenses, foul play would be fairly tough.
そうそう、それがネックだったんだよ。これだけの囚人監視があるとなかなか大胆な手が取れないし。いてててててて。
みーちゃんの手は決しておしとやかだとは思わなかったけどな。
Rena, are you really roasting Mion after all that went through we went through in chapter 2? Satsuko and Rika-chan both nodded behind Rena.
じゃあここで本題に戻るぞ。今我がチームは1点差で負けてるんだよな。
しかももう9回の裏でアウトも2個取られちゃってるの。
おじさんの作戦がうまくいってれば今頃は満塁のはずなんだけどな。
失敗した作戦を嘆いても始まりませんですね。
Okay, so let's see what Keiichi ends up doing here.
次の手を打ってこそ我が部でございましたよ。
Satsuko said eagerly, trying to cheer up the downcast Mion whose secret plan had failed. It may have failed, but Satsuko still seemed to have
サ
another.
トコがなかなか威勢がいいじゃないか。ってことは何か奥の手があるってことか？
ケイチ君、この子を誰だと思ってるのかな。サトコちゃんだよ。北条サトコちゃん。
I was right. We called her Trap Master Satsuko, didn't we? She would ensnare her opponent at the perfect moment, the very end. Everyone in our club knew that we could never, ever let our guards down against Satoko.
私が仕込んだとはいえ末恐ろしく成長してくれたもんだよ。僅差を制することに関しては私でも舌を巻く時があるね。
ちなみに次の打者がミーで、その次の打者がサトコなのです。
We were losing by 1 point, so if we could get to the next runner on a base, then the runner after that could hit a big one and end the match. And that final batter was Satoko.
ね
え、 Okay.
勝てそうな気がしてきたでしょ。
どういう仕掛けか想像もつかんが絶対何かの罠だと断言できる。
So, Why do they need Keiichi then?
俺が敵のピッチャーなら絶対に敬遠だ。
Okay, there's no way Satoko is gonna hit a home run, even in my dreams. But if she was gonna stand in the batter's box normally without any kind of plan, I can't think of anything else she
そ
could
の
do.
サトコが俺を呼び出した。なるほど。読めてきたぜ。
It meant that I was a necessary piece of Satoko's trap.
ワクワクするね。さとこちゃんどんなことをするのかな僕もさとこのさよならホームランが楽しみなのです。
そのためにはケイちゃんの働きが欠かせない。わかるね。これが逆転の最後のチャンス。絶対に失敗できない。
おう、わかってるぜ。
I
そんなこ
really have
と。
no clue what their plan
見
is.
てろ。俺とサトコででっかい大逆転を拝ませてやるぜ。
ではケイチさん、これから手順を説明しますわ。ちょっとお耳を拝借しましたよ。
Satoko and I huddled in a hidden place and held a briefing that anyone watching could tell was suspicious.
前原さんと北条は何を話してるんだろう。委員長みたいにとんでもない奥の手で自爆しないことを祈るよ。
Our teammates Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun seemed very nervous, but then I gave them a wide smile trying to dispel their anxiety.
大丈夫だよみんな。さとこちゃんとケイチくんならきっとやり遂げてくれるから。
でも竜宮さん、相手は甲子園級のピッチャーなんですよ。いくら北条が得意の罠にはめようとしても。
まあみんな黙って見てなって。面白いゲームが見られるからね。
Yeah, I'm honestly willing to interested to see what happens as well. Like, I don't know what they could possibly do. Mion, who knew everything was about to transpire, looked like she was having a hard time stifling the laughter bubbling up within her. She was so terrifying as an enemy, but so reliable as an ally. Mion waved her hands at the umpire.
代打が出ます。私、園崎美音に代わって前原圭一で。
本当に彼で大丈夫なんですか？
The umpire turned an uneasy gaze on the pinch hitter who had just jumped in with a golf club.
ケイチくんは甘く見ない方がいいですよ。
The members of our club were the only ones grinning with wholehearted confidence. Alright, well, let's see what this scene is, Diana. Oh boy, alright, let's see. Satoko's plan was definitely simple, but scrupulous. It even looked like the entire situation had gone according to her calculations. The fact that we were losing by 1 point, the fact that I had come late, the fact that Satoko was the last batter, even felt kind of like this had been set up before the game started. It had been a long time out since I got here, and during that time, the opposing pitcher Kameda-kun took a bathroom break. Even that felt calculated. No, this is Satoko we're talking about, so maybe she gave him a laxative somehow. What? And while he was a long way off, shut up in the bathroom, our plan would begin. The opposing pitcher, Kameda-kun, there he was. In front of the urinal, pleasantly taking care of business. He thought it was only natural he would win at a grasslock game like this, and relaxed enough to relieve himself without a care in the world. Maybe that's how he wanted to appear. However, his relaxed state was itself our chance. Right now, you've already conceded to our club. I, too, casually walked into the bathroom. There were 3 urinals. Kameda-kun was doing his business at the farthest one. I went to the one next to him! That is freak behavior! But normally you would leave one urinal open. Kameda-kun seemed to notice me. I'd stood right next to him after all.
なんだ、誰かと思えば大ピンチヒッター様じゃないか。
He recalled seeing me swing the golf club around like an idiot, and he couldn't seem to resist the urge to laugh. I, however, wasn't frustrated in the slightest. The match had already been won the moment I arrived. The game had been decided as a big upset for our team, so now all I had to do was push things along exactly how Satoko planned. I'm the one who should be laughing.
ケイチくん、うまくやれるかな。大丈夫でしたよ。本気のケイチさんならこんなの朝飯前ですわ。
Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun, our underclassmen, asked another question with much trepidation.
本当に前原さんはあのピッチャーを攻略できるんですか？
あんたたち、ケイちゃんと同じクラスで生活してて何にも感じないわけ？彼はね、 ゆくゆくは
What?
あの力で世界を制するかもしれない。
What is that?
ケイちゃんと組めば世界制覇は容
This
易だ
feels
な。
like another not throwaway line.
世界
Our teammates exchange glances. Did Maibara senpai really have such incredible strength? Just what kind of strength could that be? My question caused Kameda-kun to stare in bewilderment, and for a moment he didn't know what to say. Did he ask, did we see a question?
悪い。ちょっとよく聞こえなかった。もう一度言ってくれるか？
I smiled thinly, looking straight ahead and said it once more
もう
clearly.
一度だけ言う。俺たちを勝たせろ。
Right to the point. No threats or beating around the bush or anything. Kameda's brain couldn't figure out the meaning of what I'd said, and I could clearly tell he was confused.
バカも休み休み。俺たちを勝たせるだ。お前正気か？
俺からの要求は伝えた。返事はどっちだ？イエスかノーか？
そんなの迷うまでもない。誰がお前らを勝たせるもんか。お前の頭は少し変じゃないのか？
Kameda didn't hide his bewilderment. He didn't want to be around someone who'd babble on like this for another second. Those thoughts spilled into his expression, and he quickly moved to leave the
亀
bathroom.
田君、君にとって勝利は何だ？
決まってる。尊く絶対的で至上目的だ。それは他の何にも変えられない。
He grinned lightly as he answered, as if to make fun of me.
スポーツマンらしい返事だな。勝利こそ絶対。何にも変えられないってわけだ。
そんなのは当たり。どんな脅しにも買収にも勝利を放棄させるような対価は存在しない。
I was waiting for those words. After spinning around Why'd you spin, Keiichi? Pointed right as Kameda's face.
ならば聞くべきじゃないのか？それほど尊い勝利を放棄させるに値するどんな対価が提供されるのかを。
何をバカなことを。そんなもの存在するわけがない。
He was denying it, but he stopped. He stopped. He was waiting. He was waiting for me to present some attractive conditions.
君は雑誌のインタビューに好物は焼肉で嫌いなものは甘いものだと答えたらしいが、それは嘘じゃないのかい？
何？
例えば君が焼肉食い放題に行ったとする。君が皿に持ってくるのは一体何だ？ロースか？カルビか？牛タンの山か？
Okay, let's see where he's going with this.
違うよな。君が持ってくるのは肉じゃない。食い放題のプリンやゼリーやケーキなのだ。
Okay.
女の子が喜びそうな、綺麗で可愛らしくて愛くるしい、そんな洋菓子が大好きなんだよな。
Kameda's face turned utterly pale. Our club already knew that he ate a mountain of desserts when he went to the grilled meat buffet. We were all well aware of his embarrassment at his weakness for sweets. Despite his age, Kameda-kun couldn't possibly have known that this particular grilled meat buffet chain in Shishibone was owned by a member of the Sonozaki family. I have to be careful when I go out to eat with my parents from now on.
違う。俺が好きなのは豪快な骨。
違う。お前が好きなのは色とりどりのクリームで優しく可愛らしく盛り付けられたデザートなのだ。まるでフリルやリボンで飾り付けられた無垢な汚れを知らぬ少女を連想させる、そんな透き通った少女のような可愛いデザートをニキビだらけの欲望丸出しのスポーツ狩りが怪我するようにバリバリとむしゃむしゃと。
Why does he have to sound out the... sure.
言うな。
そうだ。お前はデザートを食べてめでているんじゃない。怪我し蹂躙ししゃぶり尽くしているだけ。お前はデザートを怪我して楽しんでいるだけなんだ。
What? What does that mean?
もうダメだ。知られてしまった。俺の密かな楽しみが知られてしまった。もう生きていけない。死ぬしか 死ぬしか
バカ野郎命を粗末にするな
Kerslam. I hit him on the side of his head as hard as I could. Kameda-kun fell down like a girl. His eyes started watering and he broke down.
こんな変なことを考えてデザートを食べているのは
What is the... what's wrong with desserts? I don't get it.
俺は爽やかなスポーツマンのふりをした
What is he talking about? Like, is there like some reference I'm not understanding? Like dessert is a like reference to something else? Like what is happening? Like
そうだお前はスケベだ
Sure, Keiichi. Sure. Boosh. This time I didn't hit him. Instead I clapped my hands down on his shoulder.
わめくな亀だ男がスケベで何が悪い
Dun dun.
男はすべからくスケベだだがそれを認めるか否かで
Explosion.
男の器は天と地の差を持つのだお前は自分に素直だったそれを自慢していい威張っていい自分を誇りに思え
Instead of blaming him, I told him to have pride in himself, and Kameda-kun couldn't hide his confusion.
そうだそして俺はお前に感銘を受けたのだデザートはただ単に食後に食べる甘いもの今までずっとそう思ってたお前がそれを教えてくれたんだお前に出会ったおかげで俺は明日から同じデザートを一味も二味も違った味わい方ができるようになるだろう
I cannot lie. Keiichi, like, definitely... Okay. The fact with Mion saying he could take over the world, I could believe that because everyone, like, it's... Everyone just believes whatever bullshit he spews out of his mouth. This isn't as... Yeah, I was like, look, this isn't bad, like, really.
例えばいちごのショートケーキ
Strawberry shortcake. Gulp. Kameda's throat cried out.
いちごのショートケーキの地味さはそうだどこか古風なロックメーカー華やかなりし頃の正統派のメイドを思わせるスカートが短いこびた近代メイドじゃないぞ正統派の清掃の本格派いちごしかありませんこんなものしかご用意できませんがどうかご賞味くださいませというつつましやかさがいいよなご賞味くださいませ燃える
Okay.
燃え
いちごしかないからこそ柔らかくしとしたクリームのデコレーションは
I don't know why this is the comparison we're doing, but if that works, it
それを
works.
上品な貴族のご主人様のようにフォークで切り分けいやいやそれを下劣に油汗を浮かせた悪のご主人様のようにしゃぶりつくところがワイルドなのか、
Okay.
いやそれより
Why does he have to gulp?
イチゴを取った後のくぼみの方がいけてるよなそこに舌を這わせたら
Uh-huh.
それってどんな味なんだよ
Dude, this guy needs to calm down.
いちごを取った後のくぼみ
俺もう辛抱できないや帰りはエンジェルモードでショートケーキを開けるまで見つめて俺のためだけに美しく着飾った少女たちを身を寄せ合って震える少女たちを一人
I don't know how it went from like, let's say 25 to like almost, I wouldn't say it's at 100 yet, but it's almost there.
一つ食べるごとに次はどの子にしようかと顎をこうふいと持って品定めをして
Please translate girls as cake, alright? Like, are they talking about next, or... Keiichi-kun seems to be talking about cake combination platters. Emphasis mine. What? Emphasis mine?
めでるように顎をこうクイッと持って。
I think it's a translator. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Has there ever been a man such as this who could speak so passionately about a single piece of strawberry shortcake? No, there has not. There has never been, I say. Such passionate feelings are trying to melt away the stubbornness in Kameda's mind.
亀田、もう一度だけ言う。俺たちを勝たせろ。
でもそれは。
ならもういい。お前には頼まん。
I rejected Kameda outright and turned on my heel.
もういいや。この試合は負けだ負け。もうこんな試合と。そんなことより試合が終わったらエンジェルモートに行ってフリルとリボンで西洋人形のように飾られた美少女たち食い放題で行こうかな。今夜は豪華に徹底的に食い散らかしじゃい。
食い放題。
This, yeah, I don't know. He's like, yeah. Despite this being a bathroom, Kameda can put both his hands on the floor.
俺が間違ってました。
どうした亀田君、言いたいことがあるならはっきりと言え。
こんなあなたみたいな人に出会ったのは初めてです。俺は今まで自分はどこか変じゃないかとずっと思って隠れて楽しんできたのに。
何を躊躇するか歪償が。
So, how does this make them, like, make him change his mind to let them win?
男の分岐路なのだ。貴様は胸を張れるべき男。さあ手を差し出せ。俺と一緒に俺たちの世界を認めるんだ。
He's succeeded, like, literally succeeded the persuasion check. Clap. Kameda-kun was crying tears of gratitude, unable to speak. That was the moment we exchanged the most zealous handshake the world has ever known. The handshake of the bond of our souls. Ardent and intense, tight and steadfast. For a long time we remained that way. It was an enthusiastic handshake, as though we were two brothers separated at birth, embracing each other tightly, as though it would give us back the time we had spent apart. That was the moment the man who had passed into legend for eating so much during Angel of Mort's all-you-can-eat dessert day that he was banned from the restaurant forevermore was born. He would eventually write in his autobiography that our meeting that day was fate! But none of that had anything to do with this.
じゃあ後でな。
Dude, wait, Keiichi literally is in some famous baseball player's autobiography. As like he literally changed his life.
とりあえず試合は今話した通りの手はずで頼むぜ。
With that, I turned on my heel and made to leave the bathroom. But then Kameda-kun stopped me.
待ってくれ。せめてあんたの名前を聞かせてくれ。
俺か？俺の名は前原圭一。いや。
I kinda didn't feel like using my real name. Anyway, maybe I should lie to him and use a code
俺
name.
のことはケイと呼べ。
ケイ。
Wait, was that actually an embarrassing name? So cool. Wait a second. Keiichi has aura? I then left the bathroom, but from what I heard later, I apparently look quite gallant coming out like that. Or hiding my embarrassment.
さとこより圭一さんへ。守備はどうでございましたの？
圭一より里子へ。交渉は成功。エンジェルモートで俺と奴のデザート食い放題で妥結した。ミオ、問題ないな。
My dog is laying in my laundry. Is it clean laundry or dirty laundry? That's the main thing.
エンジェルモートにデザート食べ放題で2席ね。了解。手配しとくよ。
どういう風に交渉したのか、実に気がかりなのです。きっとデザートの美味しい話で盛り上がったに。
I mean, I guess you're not wrong, Rena. Like, in a way. After that, the game started again. I entered the batter's box as a pitch hitter in place of Mion. But all the pieces were already in place. Boom! The straight pitch whipped me like a bullet, true to its name. The camera people raised their voices in wonder and clicked their shutters. A sharp pitch as always. He's really going places this summer, isn't he? The golf club pitch hitter standing up straight too. Doesn't Kameda-kun look a little strange? It's like he's got a cold sweat. I patted my shoulders with my bat and then sneered at him in a relaxed voice. Oh, there he is! We actually see his face. Boom! The next pitch, with the same incredible speed as before, it curved sharply and I should have thrown off the batter's skill. But Keiichi didn't move at all. He just watched coolly. Both the reporters and all the people watching noticed something was strange here. Was Oshima's Kameda, the pitcher who conquered Koshien, losing the mental battle? The next straight pitch had incredible speed again, but it went a little wild. It was a ball. I snorted, not even bothering to get ready for it. Murmur. The abnormal, unexpected situation spread confusion throughout the reporters.
何者だよ。あの前原圭一ってあの剛速球を前にしてここまでの余裕とは。
叶わないと見て空威張りをしてる
Who
だけ
knows?
さ。
Wait, who knows? As in, if it's Wait, I thought I. Okay, wait. Oh, something was wrong. Like, wait, who knows? As in the laundry? Yeah, whatever. Okay, well, I guess we'll find out at a later point. Why is it not? You're gonna be moving soon? When are you moving? So sorry, give me a bit. Okay, I don't know. I wish there was a way. For some reason I didn't pick it up. Whatever, I'll try to fix this another time. What? Yeah, when are you moving? How come you're moving? Like, what? Yeah, it's a big thing. How do you feel about it?
あの亀田が打たれるはずはない。
いや、私ははったりとは思えないな。超一流は同じく超一流を見抜くという。あの亀田は紛れもなく超一流。ならばこそ、あの謎の男の進化を見抜けるのだ。
The landlord wants to sell a house. Oh, I see. Okay. Damn. But an application for somewhere it's pretty neat. Like, as in you're, like, it's pretty neat the moving, or the somewhere else you're moving is pretty neat? A really business person looking guy took off his sunglasses and gazed upon Keiichi. The house, okay.
まさか本当に?
The idiot pitch hitter who came in chain without a golf club was actually a genius? We're getting movers, so when are you moving exactly? Like, within the month or so?
きっと本人はもう野球に魅力を失い、ゴルフへの転向を希望しているのだろう。天才スラッガー、ゴルフ界へ移籍か。
What a tremendous loss for baseball. Stop the presses. We're changing up our sports columns. Room.
ボール。これでフルカウントだぞ。
This excessive production was, of course, all being dramatized by Satoko. The big shots constantly had their eyes on Kameda-kun. If he were to lose easily, they knew the match would have to be fixed. Perhaps she wanted this little play of ours to create a mood where it wouldn't be strange for Kameda-kun to lose, but...
Satoko, これどう見てもやりすぎだぞ。
If it gets approved, then next week... oh, okay. Damn. Well, I wish you good luck on that. How far is it from your previous place? Like, the place that you're moving to?
頑張れてございましたよ、ケイイチさん。明日の休会はいただきです
I don't want any scouts actually coming after me. I'm terrified of what would happen when the jig is up. Wait, I can't be making nervous faces right now.
Ball! Ball! 奥下か亀田君見損なったぞ
Kameda-kun hung his head in feigned dejection.
ケイさん、これでバッチリ筋書き通りですよね。
ああ、でかしたぞ亀田君この調子で次のバッターも頼むぞ
Like 50 minutes, give or take? Okay, okay.
とっとと終わらせて
So how, what is it? You said you're getting movers and stuff. Do you have to like put your stuff, have you already put your stuff in boxes or not yet? Are you waiting for it to get approved before doing anything? Or like have you started packing? Because I'm sure there's a lot to pack, but yeah, I don't know.
早く食べ放題に行きましょうよ。
Grin. Kameda-kun and I exchanged evil smiles. For some reason, there were a lot of camera flashes right then. It seemed like our dear journalist friends took it as two worthy rivals smiling to acknowledge each other's strengths. As I trotted over to first base, the camera flashes continued to almost point to where they were annoying. When I got to first base, one of the reporters came over for an interview.
前原君、この亀田君との決着は甲子園でつけるつもりですか?
Things seemed like they were about to get too big for me. Maybe I should just be honest and confess I'm not really into baseball.
俺は日本球界なんて初めから興味ないんだ悪いな
Whoa! This man, right from the start, he was always aiming for the world. Oh my gosh, he might become Japan's first ever big leaguer. Oh no, it's already too late actually. That spot's already been taken. What? The conversation was getting fantastically out of hand. I don't care anymore. I'll strike a guts pose for the cameras in desperation.
よっしゃ作戦通りケイちゃんが出塁したね
次はさとこちゃんの打順だね。どうするんだろう。さあ、でっかいホームランでさよなら勝ちですわよ。
Okay, Satoko stepped up to the plate, waving the bat around. The reporters couldn't hold back their laughter. Maybe they just had seen his battle with me. Maibara-kun's finally got on base, but now it's all over. I see, so this is why Kameda-kun intentionally walked him. He didn't even fight it, he waited for an easier opponent for the final out. But to avoid a direct confrontation like that, we can't make light of him. That Keiichi Maibara.
さあ、亀田さん、いらっしゃいませ。
はははははは。バカにするな。俺を誰だと思っているんだ？ケイさん。いや、前原さんならともかく。
It's most okay. All the stuff I wouldn't be using during it's mostly furniture, fair. But like stuff like big things like your bed and all that stuff. Are you packing that up as well, or do the movers take that as is? Whenever this girl stepped up to the bat, she had swung widely and missed, striking out every time. This might sound rude, but however much Kameda-kun holds back, I don't think she'll be able to hit a home run. I could hear the reporters declaring that there's no way a comeback would happen. What? Satoko, she swung wildly and missed every single time she stepped up to the bat. Boom! She swung after the sound had ended, completely mistiming it. I could hear disappointed voices coming from those rooting for Hinamizawa. It's only natural. Every single batter has struck out. Even if worse came to worse, no one would get a hit. And that's why it didn't sound strange when Kameda-kun said this. I'll dismantle the metal part of the bed, that's all, put it back together later. Okay, fair. But you only put it, you'll only dismantle it when it's like the day you're moving or the day like before you're moving or whatever, because I can imagine there's a lot to pack and unpack. Yeah, okay.
次の一球は下投げでのんびり投げてやる。一発くらいヒットを打ってお母ちゃんに自慢できる種にさせてやる。
Of course, the lines were all part of the plot too. From out of the corner of his eye, Kameda-kun gave me a look. Was that right?
ああ、いい感じだぞ。実にさりげない。
いえいえ、計算ほどではとてもとても。でへへへ。
Even that exchange was seen as heated and enthusiastic by the reporters.
計算、いくら手を抜いて投げても、この子本当に打てるんですかね。
How are they telepathically speaking to each other?
いいからお前は決められた通りに投げろ。俺にはなんとなく分かってる。
Our exchange over, Kameda-kun moved from the set position into a pitching stance. Okay, Satoko.
手加減の球を投げなさいな。 大ホームランにして差し上げますわ。
Totally with this classic like leaf in her mouth. It literally looks like this was Surplus's PFP on Discord for a while. Oh, okay. She had struck out every time she was a bat. When I heard that, wait, what did I just say? She had struck out every time she was at bat. When I heard that, my vague ideas became firm beliefs. And out of Kameda-kun's hand came a slow, lazy pitch as though they were playing catch. Normal people would probably be able to hit it for Satoko, who'd been striking out the whole time. Just when people started to think that way, the members of our club had already realized that Satoko's trap had begun. It was true. Striking out constantly today had all been laying the groundwork for this moment. An act. All to make it feel like Kameda-kun letting off the gas wasn't strange at all. Which meant, in other words, that Satoko. Crack. Whoa! She got it! Look at it go.
走る必要もありませんわね。
Holy, wait, the goat. The super huge home run Satoko hit disappeared over the roof of our school. The reporters lost their words at the sight, and then roars of applause. Despite this being what we anticipated, I can't help but stare in mute amazement at the gorgeous home run. Satoko strutted over to first base.
ほらほら、何をしてますの、ケイチさん。二塁は向こうでございますのよ。
サトコ、お前野球得意なんだろ。
Holy. Satoko grinned, showing her fang-like canines in reply. Come to think of it, she played baseball with Tomita-kun and the others during lunch, didn't she? The fact that they always invited her to play meant that she was by no means bad at all.
それを全て大振りの凡退だ。しかも亀田君が登場する前からだろ。たくつくづく最後の最後に何か仕掛けるやつだな。
いつも言ってましたよ。罠は一つ。それも最後の最後で本当にさりげないくらいで十分なんでしたよ。
Damn it, that sounded kind of cool. Basically, she was just bragging about hitting the ball. When Satoko did it, it looked so cool. We crossed home plate in order, me, then Satoko, and completed our walk-off home run. Our teammates welcomed us back with their blessings. Maibara-san, that was amazing, totally cool. I never thought it would happen. Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun praised me.
どうだ見たかよ富田君岡村君見事ひっくり返してやったぜ。
レナもかっこよかったと思うよ。お疲れ様。
なんのこんなの軽い仕事だぜ。
I briskly clapped my hands against Rena's outstretched palm.
サトコもあっぱれ。最後は豪快に決めてくれたね。
Yeah, she sent that ball.
私を誰だとお思いですの？
Man, I can't underestimate her. Satoko Hojo.
ケイちゃんも見事だったよ。よくあの亀田を口説き落とせたね。
口先の魔術師なのです。
He honestly is. That's the one thing I can give Keiichi. Like, he is really good at, like, persuading people.
リカちゃんそれ
When he's not, when he actually tries to think and use his words and not just screaming, be like, ah, 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 right? And he's actually trying to speak and convince someone. He does really well at doing that.
しかし本当にケイイチさんでなくてはできない荒技ですわね。私にはとても真似できませんわ。ぜひ今度私にもご教授いただきたいですわね。
あんな荒技をサトコがこなしたら想像するのも恐ろしい。くれぐれも真似はしないでくれよな。
After declaring the match over, the umpire came to us.
いや、まさか本当に勝てるとは驚きましたよ。
サトコなら打てるって言ったでしょ。全然信じてくれないんだからな。
The umpire scratched his head apologetically and apologized to Satsuko, smiling dryly.
それにケイイチくんだってすごかったでしょ。ケイイチくんってここ一番で本当に頼りになる人なんですよ。
いやー、ゴルフクラブで乱入してきた時は本当に大丈夫かと思いましたけど、あのカメラ
How
君
does
と
the
の
club roster compare to Umineko's roster of characters, Dianea? Right, that breathtaking farce. I quirked a wry smile. Not even the Buddha would have realized that while everyone thought this was a fair match, Kameda-kai and I were thinking about our evil, dessert-violating ways.
さて監督、約束ちゃんと覚えてるよね。
Coach?
これは仕方がありませんね。
So, okay, we got introduced to two people here. Irie and, what was it? I forgot his name already. Kameda, okay.
やったねやったね。ケイチ君、これで明日はバーベキュー大会だよ。
Okay. Rena clapped her hands and we all began to dance with joy. Tomita-kun and our other classmates were jumping up and down too.
なんだバーベキュー大会
Amelia, and there's no no, I mean, I understand there's no club, right? But what do you think of the roster of Umineko? Because, like, I mean, you know, there's obviously no club, right? Or at least I would think there's no club. But there's probably, like, you know, the main, like, set of characters. But the Umi roster as of right now is also great. Nice, okay.
おいおい、一体どういう話になってるんだ
今日の試合に勝てたら高級お肉いっぱいのバーベキュー大会を振る舞ってくださるって約束になってましたの。
Okay, cool.
亀田さんの登場で一時は危うかったですが、圭一さんの活躍で見事獲得できましたのよ。
I see, so that's what this was about. It was certainly not a game we could have lost. Yeah, I'll let you know which roster I think is better once I finish it. Nice, okay.
入江は大散財でかわいそなのです。
参ったな。でも約束です
So
からね。
is this guy an adult or a kid? I still don't know because they're saying this guy's the coach, but he looks young. He was also the umpire.
食うときは情け容赦なく食うからね。何しろ育ち盛りだし。はっいいかいみんな。明日は徹底的に食いまくるよ。
Yeah. Oh, wait, they also agree with you, Daineo. All the members of Hinamizawa Fighters raised their fists high in the air and cheered. Rika-chan was petting the head of the umpire, who was smiling painfully at the off-kilter remarks. He gave her his head, and looked like he was about to cry. Looked like the price of victory would be pretty big.
参ったな。でも仕方ないね。約束ですか
But
ら。
weren't they gonna win initially? Like, I feel like that makes sense if you made the bet after Kameda appeared. But why would you make that, like, promise before even winning?
お肉とかを買いに。
If that's how you're
お買い物に
gonna
行かないかな。
react.
監督、約束通り牛肉は高級なのお願いね。野菜ばっかり買って安上がりにしたら許さないからね。
The umpire, whom they were calling Coach, grinned dryly, crestfallen. Umpire? Coach? The uniform he was wearing had Hinamizawa Fighters written on it. Oh, so he's not just the umpire, he was actually our team's coach.
前原くんでよかったですかお名前。
あ、はい。
前原くんの出塁がなければありえない逆転でした。
How'd you remember though afterwards? Like when you were telling me, oh, skip that part.
ぜひ明日のバーベキューにはいらしてください。いやいや、それよりもぜひうちのチームに入りませんか？あなたとなら喧嘩を制覇できるかも。
監督。まあ、
He doesn't have a character sprite. I only remembered him because I was looking through these. But he did have a character sprite. Oh, you mean like because I guess you were using the other version, right? Yeah, okay. You're using the other. I forgot you were using the original sprite. So yeah, he probably doesn't have a sprite in that.
今はお財布の心配だけをなさいませ。
Despite the coach being an adult, everyone seemed to get along very well with him. Coach, huh?
よろしくお願いしますね。ひなみざわファイターズ監督の入江ですよ。
I'd say because they actually fully. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, that it would be mainly that so far. He extended his hand to me. I firmly grasped it with my own
前原
reply.
です。よろしく。
Then Coach took his other hand and began to stroke mine softly.
すべすべなお手々ですね。きめも細かいし、お手入れも実にいい感じです。
What is this guy doing?
さわさわ。
What is this guy doing?
はあ？ちょっと。
当家のメイドたちにもこれくらいの肌のお手入れはするよう厳命しなくてはいけないですね。お手入れの悪いメイドたちにはお仕置き。
What maids is he?
メイド？ 何の話をしているんですか？
Yeah, yeah, I can see.
あー、こんなすべすべな手でご奉仕ご奉仕。はあ。
Dude! This is infinitely weirder than anything that happened between Keiichi and Kameda. Kameda, yeah. Kameda. Like, it's insane. How do I put this? Who the hell is this guy?
面食らってる面食らってる。監督はちょっと変わってる人なの。
A little
で
strange.
もとっても面白い人なんだよ。
Our coach? Rena, you're not in baseball. I felt like you couldn't measure him by saying strange or funny. I really didn't think we'd get along. Snap. The other self in my mind made a witty retort for some reason.
ほら、いい加減になさいませ。ケイジさんも嫌がっておりましたよ。
Thank you, Satoko.
はあ、すべすべ。
Dude, this guy is like nutting, man. The coach didn't try to take his hands off mine until Satoko hit him with a threefold wash bucket attack, causing him to faint. Wow. Yeah, it definitely feels like these segments are longer than the, like, first chapter. Like, chapter 2, like, second half of I guess, second, or, like, the last 2/3 of the thing felt, oh, it's ending there, okay. Felt longer. And then chapter 1 of... In chapter 2, the last 2/3 of the segments felt longer, and then so far the entirety of chapter 3 segments felt long as well. I mean, hey, at least the slice of life stuff is not, I still think the worst thing so far that I've seen was, the entire thing with Keiichi talking about the two kids with, like, dressing up Satoko and Urika and whatever in, like, the outfits. And then, honestly, there was that punishment game that one time as well, where they did that. Those were, I think, the two ones that I remember that were the worst ones. It was peaceful. It was a peaceful lunch break. Thud, clatter, splash.
なんだ？
今廊下からすごいのが聞こえた。なんだろうなんだろう。
We rushed into the hallway, and to our surprise, Coach was there with a water bucket overturned on his head.
監督、大丈夫？
Dude, wait, he's dripped out.
Yeah,
I remember when you got the poster of her, but you said you would wait to show her, to show the poster. I never got to see the poster.
皆さん、こんにちは。
Coach greets us, cool and calm.
どうしたんですか、監督？学校に
Just
来るなん
sent
て
it, you moron?
珍しい。
Where'd you send it? Oh, I said it oh, okay. After I finished one? I think I do remember something. Yeah, yeah. I can't find it though. It's pretty far back, I think. I do remember now that he did send me something. It was because it's her holding the hatchet. I see. Okay, okay.
いや、お仕事の絡みでして。私、毎週学校には来てるんですよ。
Once a week.
ここしばらくは何事もなかったので。
さとこちゃんの罠は忘れた頃に来ますからね。大丈夫ですか、服？
いえいえ、ちょうど行水がしたいと思ってたところですからね。
Okay, I mean, sure, Iria.
実に涼しくていいです。
さすが監督。ちょっとやそっとのことでは
Wait, so
わから
how
ない。
old is this guy? Also, this guy looks really skinny. You can see his elbow bone. He doesn't look athletic at
そ
all.
の辺が大人って感じだよね。
She was right. If I were coach, I would have started running around with buckets still on my head looking for her. His adult way of not getting mad at every little child's prank was admirable.
いいですか、前原さん。こういうのは。
No, you're right. I do
考え方一つで
remember something like that. Like when you said that,
あなたしくも愉快にもなるんです。
after you finished one, I feel like I do remember something about that now, but I can't remember what exactly it looks like. But I do feel like I remember looking at the picture.
要は受け止め方一つなんですよ。
水バケツを丸ごと食らって それだけクールにいられる秘訣があるならぜひご教授を願いたいです。
例えば明治から続く古式ゆかしい旧家があるとします。そこには大勢の使用人としてメイドさんが雇われているとします。もちろん大きな家ですから、ベテランのおつぼね様と化したメイド長から新米のピチピチしたメイドさんまでがたくさんいるのです。ほら、想像できますか？ほら。
What? Dude! A space filled with dreamy maids in pink and peach adorned with frills, headbands, with coach at their center began to spread out before me.
新米メイドたちは、そのピチピチさと初々しさで、ご主人様の寵愛を一身に。でもそれが、先輩メイドたちには許せないのです。ことあるごとに難癖をつけ、いじめていじめていじめ抜いて。
Sure.
まだこんなに誇りが残っていますよ。ああ、すみません。もう一度やり直し。バシャー。
I'm completely lost with what this guy is saying.
バケツを逆さにぶっかけられるメイドさん。びしょ濡れのメイドさんが泣きそうになりながら
I still have no idea why this guy does. Okay. Even haven't finished. Okay. So stupid. Oh my god. What? What was that at the end? And now you're here as well. Why is she happy? I don't know.
レナまで感化されてきた。ほら、ケイちゃんもいつまでも監督の世界に浸っていない。
これさえなければ監督も決して悪い人じゃありませんのに。
北条聡子さん発見。聡子さん、これは何ざます？まだ誇りが残ってるざますよ。
The dust?
お仕置きざます
I think I have a new least favorite character. Coach plucked Satsuko up and started giving her a Is that allowed?
さとこちゃんかい。
Is that legal?
天才的な読みでトラップを操るサトコがどうしてこの顛末までは読めないのか実に不思議だぞ。
そうかな。これはさとこちゃんの望んだ結末だと思うな。
Nana, what are you saying?
この結末をサトコが望んだ？それはどういう意味だよ。
人にこういういたずらをしたら絶対に相手は怒って追いかけてくれる。
そんなコミュニケーションすごく嫌だ。普通に挨拶から入ってこんにちはってことにはならんのか。
あれ、ケイチくん聞いたことない？いたずらばかりしてる人ってね、人に構ってもらいたくて仕方がない寂しがり屋さんなんだって。
Rena gave a cool smile and laughing abruptly explained.
だからさとこちゃんの罠にかかったらちゃんと怒ったり笑ったりしてさとこちゃんを追いかけてほしいの。そういう猫の甘え髪みたいなの可愛いと思わないかな。
What? They bite you for a different reason. That's not why they bite you. They bite because that's how they play. The cat doesn't bite you and be like, oh, I want to be chased after. No, they bite you because that's how they play.
ここで驚いて飛びのきますわ。だからここに仕掛ければ絶対にかかりますの。
Satsuko regaling us with her trap philosophy was improving the already brutal trap hell on the mountain. If Rena was right and her traps were to get people to pay attention to her, then all these traps on the mountain were basically a crystallized form of those feelings. Alone with Rika-chan setting up trap after trap after trap in the mountains, always waiting for someone to fall into them. But nobody needs to come to this mountain in the first place. Without a doubt, Shiondika-chan spent a lot of time imagining how victims caught in the traps would react. Satoko separated for so long from her beloved Nini, Satoshi. With her stubbornness, she never once said that she wanted him to come home. But all the traps sleeping on the mountain told me how Satoko really felt.
聞いてますの、ケイイチさん。
あ、ごめん。なんだって？
このように木の幹に釘を一本打ちつけただけでも立派なトラップになるんですのよ。ちょうどあそこで転げてここに額を打ちつければ痛いですわよ。
釘の頭に人間トンカチってわけか。それは痛そうだな。
このトラップはきっと悪い悪人を懲らしめる強力なトラップになりますわよ。どんな悪党がかかるか楽しみでございますわね。
You know, just be glad, Satoko, that someone random doesn't just go around and step on your traps, because they literally would get stuck there, and probably, like, there's Keiichi hanging from, like, upside down. He literally could have died there if nobody else was there.
そこでなんで俺をチラチラ見るんだよ。俺にこれに引っかかってほしいと思ってんのか。
Bucket Nana, yeah.
さすがにこれは大怪我するぞ。このトラップはちょっとやめとけ。
そうですの？まあ確かに愛がないトラップはダメでございますからね。
What type of... I can't use traps without love behind them.
ではその悪党もちゃんと改心したらかからないように少し釘の位置を。
Satoko immersed herself in adjusting the nail's position. Traps of love, huh? Maybe Coach was right. Just by reacting a little differently, everything changes. Come to think of it, maybe you can feel humor and warmth even when Satoko's traps get you.
できましたよ。この絶妙な位置でしたら完璧ですわ。いかがです、ケイイチさん？
完璧だな。このトラップに引っかかる悪党が現れるといいな。
現れない方がいいに決まってますわ。
It looked a little painful, but I considered coming here sometime and getting caught in it. Alright, very cool. Okay, I think, because if it was like an hour, like a little bit over an hour, I don't mind doing it, but it's an hour 40 minutes for the entire chapter. Like, I feel it is so much to just go and do another one, because you don't know if the other one could be longer as well. It just feels like it takes forever to get through. So it's like, I want to do more, like I want to do more than one in a day. But it just takes a long time. But if it's going like this, and where it's like not over 2 hours to get through 2 segments, I might be able to, during the week, be able to do the other, like when I have work, do the other segments as well. So we'll see how it works. But I think for now, I'm going to leave off for here. I think this is a good place to end for now. The only thing is when it comes to the last one, I might not be able to do it, but you'll have to tell me whenever the last one is, or when it's getting very close to the last one, because the last one usually is when it increases in length. So yeah. Okay, but yeah. That'll be it from me then for today. Thank you for everyone who stopped by the stream. I appreciate it. Yeah. Okay, yeah, no problem. Just let me know whenever. I know we're a long ways away, but yeah, just let me know whenever it gets to that case. Judging from how the other chapters went, I'm guessing chapter 6 is when, like, or chapter... Actually, chapter 6 or 7 is when when Watanagashi happens. And then... Chapter 12 or 13 is probably when it will, or like, yeah, when it ends. So we'll see if, what are you at right now? I just finished 3. I just finished chapter 3. So chapter 3 of chapter 3. Wow. So we're making our way along. We're getting there, but yeah. All right. That'll be it from me. Thank you for everyone who stopped by. And I'll be back with more Higurashi When They Cry tomorrow.